Okay guys, so I guess there's some screen sharing issues. So what I'm gonna do right now is skip the launch video part. Anyways, we're gonna drop the launch video anyways on our Instagram page actually. So what we're gonna do is you can see the launch video on our Instagram page. What I'm gonna do right now is start with our presentation part. So the second thing that we're gonna do is if my screen is visible to you guys, just drop a yes. I have just started my screen sharing, so if that's visible to you, okay, cool, fine, 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 cool. So this is visible, right? Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first of all, welcome to the launch event, guys. So I've personally been waiting for this day since the last few months actually, and it's finally here. So first of all, I'm not gonna dive deep into the what we have built, what is Sidepath and everything, the solution. I'm gonna tell you about our team firstly. So this is basically the all the people who have actually helped us to come up to a place where we are right now. Sidepath could have never been existed without all these people. Like everyone in this picture has contributed like a very small part in everything actually. And if any single of them would have not been a part of this team, I'm pretty sure we might not have been able to achieve what we have did right now. So I'm gonna introduce each one of them here. Not a very long introduction, but a very quick one because we are in short of time and we have already delayed actually half hour, almost 20 minutes actually. So first of all, with my first picture, that is me. Then Rohit, Aditya sir, Ranjan. Then again that's Yuvraj. So Yuvraj was the first graphic designer who joined our team, and all the content, all the theme that you actually see on our Instagram page was actually curated with Yuvraj actually. So this guy in the first row, fifth picture. So that's Yuvraj. Then there's Aditya. Ashish is actually a part of this session right now, so you can just have a word with him in the chat box. So Ashish is basically the UI designer in the team. Then comes Girdhar. All the content which you actually see on the Instagram page is actually written by Girdhar. So then comes Shriyansh. All the beautiful designs which you actually see on our Instagram page has been designed by Shriyansh, and he has been designing all these pictures and everything. So then comes Rishabh. Rishabh is the digital marketing guy who run ads for us, who plan the marketing campaigns. Then there's Shruti. Shruti has been helping us in developing the web platform, which we're going to launch today. Then Faz. Faz is also web developer. Probably, I'm not sure if Faz has joined the session right now, but he's a super cool guy. So do ping him a hi in the chat box if he has joined the session right now. Then there comes Sai. Has been one of our community managers, and Sai, Prafulla, and Rishabh, these three guys. So and Arpan as well. So these four guys are basically our community managers. So the very cool things which actually happens inside our community, those fun conversations, managing people, taking out of spam, and making sure that the flow of the conversation, the community doesn't takes a curve into a negative sense. So making sure that you actually get the most value out of this community, the Sidepath community that we have built. So these are the four guys behind that. Then there comes Apurva. So Apurva is the one who basically manages all these people. She's basically the team manager at Sidepath. Then Aditya. Aditya is the video editor guy, so basically who edits all our video. Then Ali is also our content writer. So Ali and Girdhar are basically the two guys who's behind all the content which you actually see on social media for Sidepath. Then Akash, these two guys, the last row, the second and third columns, these both are Akash. One is a Flutter developer who's basically working on the Sidepath application, the mobile application. Then there's Akash, who has worked with us previously on the UI designing part. Then again, Anshul, Sridhar, and Sarthak. So Sridhar and Sarthak are basically the video editor, and Anshul is basically also the marketing guy. So I'm not sure like if we could have like achieved this position where we are right now. We are launching Sidepath with this with a vision that we actually saw around 6 to 7 months back. So it won't be possible to like reach here without even if a single one hasn't joined our team. So thanks to everyone who has actually supported us in our journey. So the next thing I'm going to show you is basically how we basically started. So it was November 2019 when we actually got the idea of building Sidepath. When we actually, and I haven't included the behind the scenes part or how we actually got the idea of Sidepath, but that was basically just a single sheet of paper with almost 7 to 8 lines. That's it. Like, this is what we are going to do. So this was basically the whole plan. In November 2019, we are gonna do this, we are gonna do this and this, and just all summed up in just 7 lines. That's it. So that was in November 2019. That's how the idea was born. Then in January to March 2020, we actually started going a little deeper into this idea, into this Indian education space, and we seriously got to know so more. Like we have got so much more learnings by like starting on this journey, like how the Indian education system functions, what is the market potential of this, like tapping in the skills industry that we are going to do right now. Then in March 2020, when we had curated our whole model of Sidepath, when we had the model of Sidepath ready, that what we are going to do, how we're going to do this and everything. So this is when in March 2020, we won the Entrepreneur 9.0. That's an international level business plan competition, which is basically held in Pune every year. So we won that one. So the next part of the journey begins in May 2020. So we decided to like put out some amazing valuable content. And that's when like Girdhar actually came up, Shriyansh actually came up, Yuvraj was already there. So we guys decided to put up some amazing content which could actually prove to be of some value to our audience, the audience that we are targeting. And that's how like we are almost like 100 plus posts on Instagram right now. And like all the posts that we have are so much content, they all contain like so much amount of value. You can just like go through. If you're not following our Instagram page, the Instagram user ID is the Sidepath. That's it. So you can go onto our Instagram page. You can check out all the posts. There are a number of skills that we have covered, like how you should be starting your web development journey, how you should be starting your design journey, what are the various resources for designs, and there are tons of other things out there. You guys can check out the Instagram page. So in July to August 2020, we actually messed up a little. So like there comes a situation when ups and downs happen. So that was the part. And again in August 2020, we launched our first beta version of the platform. And for all those guys who have been like following me personally and the Sidepath page, they might be knowing it very well that we actually launched the boarding pass campaign, and we selected a 20 people who were given a full access to all the courses and the platform that we had built. So they started communicating among each other. They were a part of group. They were testing out some new features. They were testing the content and everything. So after that, so in September 2020, we tweaked our model a little bit, and we dived a little more into research part, doing surveys and everything. So that's when we actually added some more cool stuffs which we are actually going to see tonight actually on the platform when it's going to go live. And then again in October 2020 we got selected in the semi-finals of Impresario IIT Kharagpur. That's also an international level business plan competition held every year in IIT Kharagpur. So right now it's still happening. The finals are in January 2021. So right now we are still in the semi-finals. So please wish us luck, that we are gonna win this, the whole Sidepath family actually. And now is the time when it's November 3, 2020, when we are launching publicly for all the users. So I'm gonna tell you like what are the various things that we are actually launching and what Sidepath actually holds for everyone. So let me start with this why first, like why we have been building Sidepath. What's the reason behind it? So I'm gonna dive, like just look at these two pictures, and I'm gonna ask you, what do you understand from this? I want you people to firstly look at these two pictures and drop your comments in the chat box. Like, what do you think? What do you get from these two pictures? Just drop your comments in the chat box. Let me just see the chat box. What you guys are doing. Okay. Guys, am I audible? Okay, follow the herd. Yes, yes. Guys, I want you guys to drop your comments. Ki what do you actually feel after looking at those two pictures? Okay, everyone tested on one particular things and not on their ability. Cool, follow the herd. Okay. My life after engineering. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what that basically means. So give me a second. So the very first picture states that, see, after looking at the picture, you can clearly see that there's no fence. Still, the whole flock of sheep moves out of the gate. There was a situation, there could be a possibility that the whole flock of sheep could move out of the fence as well. But that's not the case here. Because okay, so before like explaining this, like let me make you move to the second picture. So regardless of the capability, you might have already seen this picture several times on internet. This has went viral, and multiple like many of the memes have been curated on this picture as well. So everyone was basically told to do the same thing regardless of what their capabilities were. Even the monkey, the elephant, the fish, the dog, the penguin, everyone was actually told to climb a tree, regardless of whether analyzing firstly whether that animal holds the capability or not to climb a tree. And this is basically what happens in our what is basically happening in our education system right now. You might be very well versed of the second scenario, like even like when you can look at your schools and everything, your regular classrooms, everyone is pushed actually into the same subject, doing the same thing, and there's no bifurcation. Like the new policy actually contains a little bit, but I'm not sure when it's going to be implemented. So even what has been happening in this era right now is key, everyone has been like told to like the from a research, actually, there are only 7 career options which an average student basically knows, and the major two are basically very well familiar with all of you. That is engineering. The second one is medical. These are basically the two options which are at hype among all of these students, and it is basically all dependent on our surroundings. Like if I actually lock you in a room where you actually meet only those kind of people who have been like learning, burning their fuel day and night for only preparing for engineering, medical, and they have no life out of that particular box. So definitely you are as well going to do that, right? The first picture actually contains is something similar. There are a bunch of possibilities out there in the world. There are a bunch of skills. There's nothing like education can only be perceived through schools and the traditional education path that you actually know. But there are actually a bunch of variety, and this is actually what we call as 21st generation skills. And this is why Sidepath is known as a 21st generation alternative education playground. I'm going to firstly focus on this part, why we call ourselves 21st generation. The reason because we are focusing on all the modern trending skills. If you go in colleges, they are actually teaching up those tools, those frameworks, those softwares which are actually of no use for these like modern companies, modern corporates and everything. What happens with a college student basically after completing their 4 years of graduation, it happens with most of these they have to undergo a training program of 6 months or 1 years where they actually become capable of after learning all these like modern tools and frameworks, when they actually become capable of working in those companies. So this is basically what happens. And the second part is alternative education. Why we call ourselves alternative education is because we don't actually wanted to walk. This is actually why we named our brand as the Side Path. We are not going to follow the traditional education path. Rather, we are here to make our students, to make our audience, the users, to walk on the side path. So show them actually what is basically this side path, what is the alternative path that you can actually follow, what are the various possibilities in this world apart from that traditional education system which you guys have been like following, which we all have been following from the past few years almost. So this is basically where the problem lies. Ki many of these students, like even this has been a problem like personally with me as well. Ki like we all remain unaware of our passion because we never got to try out different things, and we have been like forced into the same learnings in school. You're never like made aware about designing in school. You're never made aware about like marketing in school, trading, stock marketing, finances, personal finance and everything. These are some topics you're never made to focus on your improving your self confidence, like all the soft skills. Schools never actually focuses on all these like soft skills and everything. So like the very little exposure that we actually get in while being in this like in this traditional education system, this is because why many of the students end up taking careers like engineering, medical only. I'm not saying like engineering or medical is like wrong, but they don't have any other choices. Basically this is actually what is wrong. They see no possibilities out of engineering and medical. The people who are passionate about engineering and medical, it's good for them. But people who are not passionate, don't have any interest in engineering or medical, they as well are going into these domains because they don't know about the other career paths. Like whether you can be a stand-up comedian, you can be a YouTuber, you can be a radio jockey, you can be a designer, marketer, and there are a bunch of possibilities. And they even when you actually get into engineering colleges, they don't train you, they don't have the curriculum made in such a way which will actually earn you the bread and butter. Like I'm gonna drop a very cool insight here. Do you know about like 80% of the engineers in India remain unemployed? And the only reason is that they don't have the skill sets required by the modern companies, the modern current companies, because they have been never given the 21st generation learning. They have been never made to work on industry specific skills that they should be doing in colleges. So this is basically where the problem lies. And we as the younger ones always end up taking a field of education where we are never interested into, because we are never able to find the one where our interest lies basically. I if you were not made aware of like suppose designing, if you were never made aware about designing, if no one would have told you, if you're in a complete isolated place where there are no designers nearby, so definitely you won't be getting that surrounding the community around you, who would be actually telling you like, see, this is designing, this is something that you should try, and then you're going to try, and then you're going to know, okay, like this is something which fascinates me. So this is basically where the problem, and this is actually what we have built here, a virtual playground. I'm gonna list the solution, like how basically Sidepath solves each and every problem that I have personally listed in the past few slides. So the first thing that we are going to launch today is basically side feed. So this is side feed. You can understand side feed as a LinkedIn for students, a place where you can actually share what you are learning, your skills. You can ask for help. You can connect with fellow like-minded people. Like just as you do over LinkedIn, you go over LinkedIn, you search for mentors, you search for people, you search for you know that, right? Ki like you're not gonna find spammy people, those like people who are gonna make short videos, dancing and everything on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is specifically a platform for professional guys. Similarly, side feed is a place, virtual community where you can actually connect with these kind of mentors, where you can actually connect with people who are holding some sort of skills. You're going to find designers, coders, marketers, traders, and every one of them, basically everyone who have some 20, who are working on their 21st generation skills, who are learning something new. So this is basically the first thing that we are launching tonight, that is side feed. The second thing that we are dropping is basically Sidepath boot camps. So the people who have been like following us on Instagram might be already knowing about Sidepath boot camps, but you don't know about what you don't know about is basically the last boot camp that we did was basically just a trial version, was a beta run of our actual boot camps. How we are going to conduct all these boot camps, how the process is going to be, how the complete framework is going to take place, and when you'll be actually participating in our boot camps. This is actually what we are releasing now. Everything is automated. You're gonna get a beautiful platform where you can actually interact with your mentors. You're gonna interact with your fellow mates and everyone. So, and they are not any of your like regular live lessons, like where your mentor is gonna come live. They're gonna like tell you some like lessons, and then they're gonna go away. So what would, if it happened this way, then what would be the difference between a normal regular school classroom and Sidepath, right? So you know that pretty well, like we guys are not like that. We always like love to stand apart, and definitely we're gonna not do that traditional fundamental thing. So if you have been like following us on Instagram, you know that very well. So these are these boot camps actually occurs for a specific time frame, and they will be providing you with an intense hands-on practical learning experience into any of your chosen skills. And we have also implemented a taste of collaborative learning experience. You're going to participate in competitions, you're going to network with people, you're going to connect with your mentors, you're going to network with your fellow skill mates. So this is basically what sums up our Sidepath bootcamps. I'm also going to explain this in a deeper manner. Let me just like finish up the features firstly, what we are launching tonight. So the second one was basically this one, the Sidepath bootcamps. The third is the Sidepath mini hackathons. So these mini hackathons are conducted for a day or maybe two sometimes. If required, the hackathons are like sometimes extended for 2 days. So these hackathons like aims at like promoting collaborative learning among all the participants of our boot camps. And on the very last day, like suppose if you participate in a logo designing boot camp. So on the very last day of the boot camp, everyone is divided into teams, and a real life problem statement is given to actually you to work upon. We are not in the school process. The mentor is gonna give you some homework, some like textual based homework, which is actually already included in those books and everything. What you're gonna do after completing these boot camps, you're going to work on some real life projects. Like suppose if you are in the logo designing boot camp, you are going to design a logo for a real company. You're actually in real, you're going to deal with a client, you're going to research on a company, and then you're actually going to design a logo for that company. So this is basically what happens if you're actually participating in our WordPress bootcamp. So you are actually going to do a very heavy research on the company that you are going to build the website for. Then you're gonna like brainstorm with your teammates. You're gonna plan ki, like how this website should look, how the design we should do, what are the various elements that we should be including in this website. So we don't restrict ki, like you should be using the Sidepath platform only for all your conversations. In the last day of bootcamp, that is basically our mini hackathon. During our mini hackathon, you can even get on a conference call with all your teammates. You can plan together, and the duration is 24 hours. If the hackathon has been like extended for one more day, then you get a duration of 48 hours completely. And this is the time span when you will be actually brainstorming and coming up with a real life project. And the main benefit that you're gonna the main takeaway that you're gonna go away from this bootcamp is the first 5 to 6 days. And this is actually not limited to 5 to 6 days. Like the duration depends on the various boot camps that are going to take place. Like we are even planning some game development boot camps. So game development boot camps are definitely going to be month-long boot camps. So the duration like varies, like depending upon the subject. So after completing these boot camps, the mentor is gonna make you go through across each and every fundamental thing, that how you're gonna start from complete scratch level. You don't need to have any kind of experience while participating in this boot camp. The mentor is gonna take you from a complete scratch to that level that you would have the capability to work with clients, to start building your portfolio, start showing the world that you're actually good at this. See my portfolio. And after building your portfolio for, like, suppose after you have like worked over 4 to 5 projects, you can even go and pitch clients. You can work on some real life ideas. We would already make you that capable in our mini hackathons, that you would be capable to work on some real life projects, real life ideas. You would know how to deal with clients. You would know how to research for a company and everything. So this is basically what is Sidepath mini hackathons. The next thing that we are going to do is your own Sidepath profile. So how many times, when you go to a professional networking event, how many times is it happens ki you share your Instagram ID, share your Instagram profile? Maybe it's possible. Like like greatly depends upon the career. Like maybe a designer might share his Dribble profile or Beyonce profile, or maybe his Instagram profile as well. But many of the times, majorly, we all share our LinkedIn profile while going in some professional networking events. So similarly, what is Sidepath profile is a place where you can showcase your own skills, your achievements, your certificates. This is basically a kind of a 21st generation learner ID card. You can share this with people, where they would actually get to know about all your skills, what you're currently working on, your bio, what are the various certificates that you have achieved on Sidepath particularly. So this is regarding that. I'm going to show you this as well, like after completing this. So the next thing is Sidepath community. So this is actually not we are launching right now tonight. This is actually already we have been already working on Sidepath community from since the past 2 to 3 months almost, or maybe like longer than that. So for the people who are not a part of our Sidepath community, let me just show you guys. Okay, so just a second. So this is basically how our Sidepath community looks like. For all the people who are not a part of this community, you can follow us on Instagram page, and you can get the joining link from there only. So the Sidepath community is basically a place where you can find like-minded people. There you can find professionals, freelancers. You can even find, like, see, we have a bunch of rooms here, like design room, coders, WordPress room, startups, marketers, sales, robotics, a few. want to join any of the conversation, all you have to do is just click on any of the rooms, and people might have already been talking about that particular topic. And we keep hosting some fun events as well, like DJ nights, movie nights, and all these things, like music nights as well. If you are very tired on some like boring day, so what you can do is just come on this server, you can join the music room and you can just chill with all your friends. So this is what basically how a community looks like, the Sidepath community. So we have a bunch of channels, and this is a complete virtual school actually, a perfect place for you guys to like, where you can actually groove with like-minded folks. You can share your own learnings, and like it's much more than actually school or maybe even like college. So this is all about the Sidepath community, and let me just move next. Okay, so the next thing which actually comes up is our own Sidepath bot. So this bot is not going public tonight, but this would be available like in just less than a week actually. So we are just having some delays in publishing this to Google Assistant actually. This bot will be available on Google Assistant. So suppose if you're actually confused, like which I personally know, I have been in that state, like where we don't know like what skill we should choose, what domain that we should choose, what skill that we should start learning, if like whether it's like designing or marketing or sales or web development or anything else, what skill should we choose to actually go forward. If you are actually in such a state, then we have actually got you covered. So this is Sidepath bot is something where you can actually go. This is a questionnaire based bot. You can answer the questions which have been like asked by the bot, and he actually like tries to analyze your hobbies, your interests, your skills, and then based on all your answers to each of his questions, the bot actually suggests you with 3 career options. So this is completely free. This is of no charge. You can use the bot for complete free, and we are even going to launch like more features in this bot. Like right now, it's only kind of a skill finding bot, but in the coming future, we do have plans of like stories sharing. Like every day, the bot would be sharing one story that you would like from your domain. Like suppose if you're in entrepreneurship, then the bot would be sending you some. Nicely curated stories, especially for you directly in your notifications tab. So we do have like many more plans like that for these for the Sidepath bot. So we're going to launch this in this coming week only. So probably in less than a week only. So let me take you on a journey to summing this all Sidepath part. Suppose this is Jancy. Let's consider this girl is Jancy. She is completely blank about her passion. I'm sorry, this should be her. I don't know why it's his. So sorry for that. So suppose she's Jancy. She's completely blank about her passion. And what she does, she comes on Sidepath. She uses our bot, and the bot actually helps out her with a few core suggestions after analyzing her interests. And after looking at the 3 suggestions made by the bot, she finally decides to enroll in a game development bootcamp, which is gonna be conducted for the next 2 months. After trying out all these 3 suggestions, she finds out that game development is the thing which fascinates me the most actually. So she decides to enroll in one game development bootcamp of ours. The live bootcamp classes, like along with all these mentors, the fellow participants, the complete community actually helps her to like dive deeper, gaining practical knowledge, like everyday learning sessions, networking with all the fellow mates, getting on a call with their teammates, then so helping each other in doubt clarification and learning more. Like we even have groups on the platform. Like whenever you actually purchase a bootcamp on our platform, you would be automatically added to a private group. So that group is not accessible to everyone. That would be accessible only to you and the other participants of your bootcamp. So you can have a very close community of very specific like-minded people. Like suppose you enroll in a game development bootcamp, then you know that all the participants in this group is as fascinated, is as passionate about as me for this particular game development topic. So you can share your learnings there, you can post your updates. If you know something which you think that might be valuable to everyone else in the group, you can share that in the group feed as a post. Or maybe and there might be some guys like you as well in the group who might share some valuable things, valuable tips, valuable resources which you can. So there's basically a bunch of value to be get here. And the next thing, after the ending of this boot camp, Jansi wins the mini hackathon, and for like designing the best game among all the group participants. I'm pretty sure कि, like the all the other participants would be their games would be as amazing as Jansi, but from the judges' point of view, for the consideration, Jansi wins the hackathon, and we even have a bunch of prizes. So you can get some very like cool goodies from Sidepath after winning these hackathons. You're gonna get practical experience. So Jansi finally, at lastly, she decides to pursue like sorry, it should not be graphic designing. I know there's one more error. This should be game designing. So Jansi decides to pursue game designing as a professional career, like after like high school, and she actually gets placed in a very reputed game design firm because of like her years of experience, which she and the practical knowledge that she actually gained from all these like live classes, the hackathons that she attended. And then afterwards she like after like the winning prize from hackathon actually boosted her confidence like so much that she even started building her portfolio. So all these like coming these years of experience made her get a job, or maybe like starting like it's about Jansi basically. If you are in her place, you could even like start a game design firm of your own. That depends actually person to person. So this is the complete case scenario that we actually wanted to cover tonight, like how you could be the next Jansi actually. So the next thing is who we have built Sidepath for. The first one is school students, like whether it's like high schooler, it's a tier 2 guy, a tier 3 guy, tier 1 guy, anyone. It's a equal opportunity to every school student. You can, even if you're from a very isolated place where you don't find such guys, like suppose my scenario only. I'm basically from a small city that is like Patna, which is basically in Bihar. So we don't have. I was way fascinated by all these like flying machines, robotics, and everything back in class 8, and I was unable to find a community. I was unable to find a group of like-minded people that I should be surrounded with. I should be a part of. So I was unable to find that kind of community. So if you are someone like that, if you're from a very isolated place where you are unable to find such guys, you can be a part of Sidepath. Even if not boot camps, you can be a part of Sidepath community. That's completely free. You can find a bunch of guys. We keep hosting some free learning sessions in our Discord community, so you can join the Discord community. You can be a part of all these learning sessions. There's so much more value to gain. The next one is basically obviously college students. Apart from we already know like there are a bunch of clubs and colleges like e-cells, technical clubs, and everything. But this is not the case with all these colleges, like tier 3 colleges. So if you're from that kind, and even if tier 1 and tier 2 only, so that's open for all college students actually. So the next thing is for freelancers. If you're a freelancer, if you're the guy who actually loves to work from your own comfort, who's basically a traveler and wants to enhance or nourish your own skills to like add some more skill sets into your portfolio, to work more, make more money, something like that. Suppose you're gonna be, if you decide to be a WordPress freelancer, so you can easily earn something around like 18,000 to 25,000 per month from a very single project that would actually take you something around 5 to 10 days to complete. So if you're something like that kind of guy, you can join Sidepath, you can join the boot camps, the community, and everything. The next thing is basically mentors. Even if you're holding expertise in any of the domains, any of the skill sets, you can join Sidepath. You can sign up on our platform today. You can directly contact us via the contact form, or maybe on Instagram, or we even have a contact us page on our website. You can contact us. You can share like what your expertise is, what's a domain that you're holding expertise in, and we would give you a mentor tag on your profile. So suppose if any of the student want to connect with a mentor from Python, so he can find you easily. So this is basically from for the mentors one. The next one is student entrepreneurs. So we have this could be a perfect place for all these like startup enthusiasts to like learn more about like how to build business models, the finance behind startups, how to like build teams, how to find a co-founder, all those things. So basically Sidepath is for them as well. And the next one is all designers. If you're a designer, if you're a web developer, if you're an application developer, traders, marketer, hackers, and like all of you guys. That's why this is the reason we call ourselves a 21st generation alternative education platform. We cover all of these 21st generation skills which are being not covered by your schools or colleges and everyone. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a very short a tutorial kind of something video that about the platform. So let me just show you. So guys, if I'm currently if audible, clearly audible, can you just like type yes in the comments? Okay, cool, great. So this is basically how the Sidepath platform looks like when you'll be actually landing on the home page. So the website, the address is the sidepath.in. You can check that out. The platform would be made public. That would be actually public by now. So you can just go in your browser. You can type the sidepath.in. You will be landing on this page. So I'm gonna give you a very short platforms showcase. So in this trending bootcamp sections, what you're going to do is you can find all the bootcamps which is currently running. So right now the lower design bootcamp has already been ended. So the next bootcamp that we are starting is basically the WordPress bootcamp. So this is also a 5-day WordPress bootcamp. You can click on this one. You can get all the complete details about this bootcamp. What the who is the mentor? Who is basically what are you going to learn from this bootcamp? What are the pricings and everything? So this is that. And the next thing, these are some informational sections. I'm not going to cover this. You can just have a look on by going onto our website. So, and these are a few features of our boot camps. We have intense live sessions. You can network. You can learn all these like 21st generation skills. You even get the recordings of these boot camps. So this is basically a dashboard. This is a panel. By clicking on this icon, you can open this panel. You can go to your profile. You can go to your timeline as it is on Facebook. You can see all the notifications, your messages, your friends who is basically a connection of yours in this on this platform. You can see all your groups. And after purchasing any of the bootcamp, suppose you decide to enroll in this WordPress bootcamp, so after making a transaction, you would be automatically enrolled in a group, WordPress bootcamp group actually. And after the bootcamp ends, you will find all the recordings of these videos in this My Bootcamp section. So I'm gonna show you everything, but let me just like show you the homepage right now. So these are just some informational sections who are complete, who don't have any idea of Sidepath. So these are a bunch of informational sections like how these happens. So I'm gonna show you the feature actually, what basically happens on side feed, our boot camps and everything. So we even actually have a blog, guys. So if you want to like read some cool stories about some like currently see, we have some articles published on Start a Guide to Robotics. If you want to start your career in robotics, you can go on this section, the blog section right here. You can find all these like cool stories, blog articles from our team actually. So This was that, and here are a few testimonials actually. So I'm not gonna take your time in all these because these are just some informational sections. I want you guys to go on the website, check out everything. And the thing which I actually wanted to show you guys is side feed. So side feed is basically your place where you can actually connect with all these people. Like suppose if you have something in mind, right now, let's say I want to post something like, hey, hey everyone, uh, this is Herschel, and tonight we are launching Sidepath. Okay. Okay. So I'll just post an update. So here you go. You have the update. You can like other updates, like see, like Rohit has just said an update here, dropped a post. Welcome to the platform, everyone. I can like this. I can comment on Rohit's post, like as you do on LinkedIn. So suppose if I want to share something tonight, like suppose as you do on LinkedIn, you can even document your journey. You can share your updates, what you are learning right now. You can see I have these connections right here. I'm currently connected to Aditya, Anish. So this is basically my second ID. This is not my main ID actually. So if you want to connect with me, you can just click on this search bar. You can type Harshal, and this is me. This is basically my main ID. You can connect with me on this one. This is just a demo account which I have actually created to show you guys. These are my followers who have been following me. So we did not wanted to restrict on this side path to only your connections. We actually wanted to make this as a global platform. That's why we have added a all updates tab here. So you can see all the people who have actually registered on this platform. You can see all their posts who have been like registered, who are learning something new, and even you can share your update. Right now, okay, so we also have a group section here. See, there's one group created. I wanted to show you guys this one. Let me show you. This is a group especially for Sidepath early members. So if you are among the first 500 users of our community, so I'm pretty sure like the registrations would have already been enabled. You can go on this URL, you can come on this website, you can register yourself as a user, and make sure that you click on this join group button. As you click on join group, the first 500 users only, after 500 users, we are gonna make this group from public to private, and you guys are gonna get discounts, coupons, many more opportunities, and many more like early benefits from Sidepath. And especially for you guys, like only for the first 500 users, 500 joiners of this group. Right now, I'm the only one, I guess. So I'm not a part of this group actually, I guess. Okay. Okay, so Prafulla has just joined this group. Aditya sir has also joined this group, and I'm on here. This is my main ID. So this is only available for the first 500 guys. So as early as you join, you're gonna get benefits and everything. We are gonna close this group after 500. And then there's another section called as Discord. So this is just another informational page for our Sidepath community, the Discord community which I just showed you guys. So this is just an informational page. If you're already a part of Sidepath community, you don't have to like land on this page every time. This is for all the newbie who don't know about Sidepath. We have multiple skill-based rooms as I just showed you in Discord. We have like there's a greater possibility like you can network, you can find a co-founder or maybe even potential teammates. Then we keep hosting all these DJ nights, music sessions, and everything. We have our own virtual currency. So for all those people who are not a part of our community, the Sidepath community, we use our own coins here, and even you can use these coins to redeem cool goodies like this Sidepath T-shirt. You can avail coupons for all our boot camps and everything. So We keep hosting these free learning sessions as well. So if you're someone who cannot pay for learning sessions, you can join the Sidepath community. We keep hosting sessions like so on stock marketing, logo designing, freelancing, startups, and all of those. So this was about the Discord one. And coming on the primary highlight, which is boot camps. So on this tab, basically, so this is basically the bootcamp page. Here you can actually find all the ongoing boot camps, the registrations for which are actually enabled right now. So we have one boot camp right here for which the registrations have already been enabled, which is WordPress boot camp. You can also have a look at all our past boot camps. Then this is a logo designing boot camp, so you cannot access this one, but probably if you are interested in this boot camp, we will be also adding a form in this boot camp section. So if you're interested, you can put your name there, you can put your email ID there, and if we get some considerable amount of registrations, so we might conduct the batch 2 as well. So all the testimonials and everything from this bootcamp is already available on our Instagram page. What they did, the designs made by the bootcamp participants in our last bootcamp, so everything is available there. Then basically here is why Sidepath bootcamps. I've already told you about this one. The key features of our bootcamps, you can find it here. Our mini hackathons, I've already told you about this one. And how it basically works, I wanted to share you this one. So the first time you register on our platform on Sidepath, the first step that you have to take is you have to identify which bootcamp you would like to participate in. So right now we all know we just have one bootcamp running on, but in the coming future, in the coming days only, we are actually going to launch multiple bootcamps. So in multiple domains: game, application development, Android application development, WordPress, logo design, and there are actually a bunch of bootcamps coming on. So you can just come on the Sidepath bootcamps page. You can identify which bootcamp you would like to be a part of. As soon as you will be making a transaction, as soon as you'll be purchasing that bootcamp, you'd be automatically get added to a group. Let me show you. And how you can actually access this group is from here. This is my group section. Let me show you guys. So this is basically all the groups that I'm currently a part of. So let it just load. See, I'm a part of these two groups basically right now. One is the logo designing bootcamp. Another one is the WordPress bootcamp. So if you'd like to participate, be a part of this group, you would have to firstly purchase the bootcamp. You would automatically be added in this WordPress bootcamp group. If I open this one, you can find all your team members here. You can find your mentor here, who is basically your mentor. You can find your team members. You can directly see. And just say, suppose if you want to message me, you can send me a connection request from here. You can personally message me from here as well. If you have any doubts or something, what you can do is chat with your teammates in this one. Like just here, like, let's say, hi, I have just purchased this bootcamp, excited to learn. Suppose I share this update here, and all the other participants of this group can actually can actually welcome you. Guys can share what you have learned on the first day, or maybe on the second day, or on the third day. You can share your everyday updates here in this bootcamp feed section. And this feed section is only accessible to those guys who have actually participated in this bootcamp, who have actually purchased this bootcamp. So this was about the second step. And even here, this is basically there's an event section right here. So when you'll be actually clicking on this event, here you will get a complete schedule actually of this bootcamp, like when, on which date this is going to take place. Like suppose this is a 5-day bootcamp. So for the day 1, it is going to start from 17th of October. So on 17th October, what is the timing and the joining link basically. So you can find it all here. So This is for the second part. The third one is, as I already told you, you can network with your teammates. You can network with all the other participants of the boot camp. You can connect with them. And even like suppose if you get kind of doubt in any of the, like suppose the day one gets completed and if you have some doubts, what you can do is personally message any of those guys. Sorry, not any of those guys. Personally message your mentor actually. So suppose, suppose if Aditya sir is my mentor for WordPress Bootcamp. So, okay. Okay, so suppose, see, Aditya sir, suppose is my mentor for this WordPress bootcamp. So what I'm going to do is go on his profile. I can connect with him. If I want to send him a friend request, I can tap on connect button. But if I want to personally message him, I can just click on this message button and I can drop him a message that it is that I'm facing this issue for, like on the day one, the topics that you actually told me about on day one, like see, like Shriyansh, I already had a talk with Shriyansh, so I can, if suppose he's my mentor for design, I can just drop him a message that I'm facing issues on the topics which you actually taught me on day one. So please help me clarify them. And you would instantly, not instantly basically, because all the mentors have their own work as well. So you would get replies like in just like in a few hours actually. Okay, so this is basically how you're gonna solve it. So for the next 5 days, for the duration of the boot camp, the mentor would be actually available for you. You can have an interaction with them. And after the boot camp ends, so you'll be automatically getting all these recordings. Like, let me show you here. So this is the My Bootcamp section. You can go on this My Bootcamp page and see, just say I have currently enrolled in this WordPress bootcamp. So it's showing me here. After clicking here, you can actually find all the recordings of these boot camps. And this would be actually available for you every time you will be actually coming in this profile section. You can come on this profile section or maybe directly from this My Bootcamp section. So you can watch all these like recordings which for the bootcamp that you have been a part of. And the last part is the most fun part of these boot camps is mini hackathons. I have already told you about everything about mini hackathons, so I'm not gonna waste more of your time in this mini hackathons and everything. So this was it, guys. So this is completely about and like there are a bunch of other features as well which you can explore yourself on the platform. I want you guys to go on the website, explore yourself. We have message sections. You'll be automatically getting notifications here, and you'll be automatically getting mails even. Like suppose if someone sends you a message, so you will be automatically getting a mail that this person has sent you a message. And if you want to disable that, what you can do is click on this drop down menu here. You can go on account, and from the this account page, this is email preferences. You can disable this one. A member sends you a message, no, I don't want to receive emails for message notifications, and just click on save changes. That's it. Like you don't have to do anything else. That's it. So there are a bunch of other things as well. So I want you guys to explore the complete platform. So I'm gonna not reveal the very small features actually when you yourself go on Sidepath. So guys, like coming on to the next part, which is basically a surprise activity for you guys actually. So here's what I want you to do. I want you guys to go on side feed, this section, side feed, and I want you guys to drop an introduction of yours here, like what you're gonna do. Like suppose I'm gonna show you a small introduction. Like see, here's a introduction, here's a post from Aditya. He has dropped his complete journey here, like since my childhood he wanted to become a businessman. So here's a complete story about him. So similarly, I want you guys to drop an introduction here. What's your reason behind joining Sidepath? Why you want to be a part of this? And as soon as you go here in the side feed basically, and you drop a intro, as soon as you drop a intro, so our team will be sending you 15% off coupons for all these like boot camps. You can purchase any of the boot camps, not only this one. You can keep it for for future purposes as well. Whenever you want to make a transaction, you can purchase using those coupons. So this is basically the surprise action activity which we actually planned for you guys. All you have to do, go in community section, side feed, drop a intro like this. That's it. You don't have to do anything else actually. So this is it, guys. There's nothing more to share. I wanted you guys to go and check out the platform. We are also going to integrate a small chatbot in the bottom right. So if you have any feedbacks, if we can actually improve something on the platform for you guys, you can drop that there, and like that will actually just help us to improve this platform. So that's it, guys. So that was the end of session, and thank you. I would like to personally thank you so much for everyone. We have 26 participants right now, so I'd like to thank you everyone, each of you guys who we were being a part of this session tonight actually. So let me just see the question. So guys, if you have any questions regarding Sidepath, you can drop this in the questions tab, which should be available to you in the right corner, the right panel. So I have one question from Ishan Dayani. Can we directly connect through mentors with the help of SideFeed? Yes, Ishan, you can directly connect with the mentor from SideFeed itself. You can drop him or her, whoever is your mentor for the boot camp, or you can directly go on the message section, or we even have a global search barrier. Let me just show you again. This is basically a global search bar. You can find all the boot camps. You can find people here. Like suppose if I want to connect with Ashish. So here it is. Here is Ashish's profile. If I want to connect with Ashish, I'm gonna just click here on his profile, and I can just send him a connection request, and I can even personally message him. So see, just say you can just see there's Ashish holds his expertise in UI UX design. So if I have any queries regarding that, I can message Ashish directly, or like say if I want to connect with any of the mentors, similarly I can just go on search tab. I can just find the search for mentors here, and I would be getting a bunch of lists. So this is actually how that works, the side feed actually. So guys, do you have any other questions? Okay, so I guess guys, you don't have any further questions. So that was it, guys. It's not the ending basically. It's just the beginning of the Sidepath journey. I want you guys to follow us on Instagram, so to keep in touch, and we keep sharing our updates there to be a part of our family. Please join our Discord community, and I'm gonna definitely, I can promise you that you guys can. This is gonna be like so much fun. This is just the beginning. So thank you everyone again for joining this launch session. Please start the launch video again. Ishan, I guess I'm facing some issues in starting the launch video. So the launch video is gonna be posted on our Instagram profile just after this, as soon as the this session ends, or maybe like if anyone from our team has joined. Okay, no worries. Okay, so yeah, so after the ending of this session, you can actually find the launch video on our Instagram page only. Okay, so Rohit has said that this has already been posted on Instagram page. Okay guys, so you can just go on our Instagram page to find that launch video. So that was it, guys. So thank you for joining this session tonight, and I'm gonna end this session right away. So thank you again, guys. Thank you so much. Cool. Bye bye. Take care, everyone.